Look, we're here at the bungalow.
All right, changing topics. Here we go. Welcome to CharacterSelect. Dave, Tyler, Fenoxo.
What I love about this is look at the rest of this neighborhood. It's like picturesque. All the houses are fucking immaculate. And then there's this.
It's like my neighborhood and my house.
It's like a haunted house.
I blame the fucking volcano.
Go into the backyard.
Sure. You have fun with that.
There's a soccer ball.
Ben, have you seen the volcano?
Which one?
The volcano.
Which one? There's more than one volcano in the world.
Yeah.
The volcano. Have you seen the volcano?
You're American, so I can only assume you're talking about the big one in Hawaii.
Or Mount St. Helens.
Mount St. Helens.
Or the super volcano under Yellowstone that could destroy the country.
But probably won't.
There's your answer. That's the volcanoes I know.
God damn you, edging.
Also been to the big volcano that Ragnaros lives in. World of Warcraft. Been there.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea who that is, but I'll agree with you because you seem to know what you're talking about.
I don't even know if it's actually a volcano. It's just like a mountain that's full of fire that never erupts or does anything.
That sounds like a volcano.
You mean Iron Forge? Oh, snap.
No, I don't.
Ding, ding, ding. I know. It's been forever since I played World of Warcraft, and I think I'm better for it.
Yeah, I was just talking with my high school friends the other night about how I'm pretty much done with MMOs forever at this point in my life. There's nothing in that genre for me at this point.
I mean, I still enjoy Final Fantasy XIV, but only when there's, like, actual content.
Yeah, I'll play through 14 for, like, the story and maybe do a thing with friends every now and again, but...
Yeah.
Like, the MMO parts of the game, like,
the grind,
The PvP and the raid gear.
The new content.
Which, for anybody that's terribly curious... For everybody that's terribly curious, the reason that we don't do Final Fantasy XIV every Friday now is for that exact reason. I just failed to connect to the host, so that's good.
Well,
your voice also turned into a robot. It's fine.
It did a little bit.
The Final Fantasy XIV is a great game. I love it. I love the aesthetics. But it's not a game where I want to sit there and play and do the same thing over and over again on stream, because that's boring. Why do I have to download 3.8 megabytes of dirt?
I don't know.
And why is it taking forever?
I couldn't tell you. Here, I'll get up and do the roof.
Whoa!
What?
This fucking
magic
holographic ladder just, like, appeared in my face.
Yeah, I know, right?
When somebody picks it up.
It's terrifying.
Wait, what? That's weird. It says the driveway is clean, but there's very clearly still dirt on it.
Oh, you're not synced with me, then.
That was weird. Or it counted what I cleaned, but then it kicked me or something. I don't know.
Maybe, but I cleaned it after you were gone.
Maybe that's why.
Clean it a second time. Get double the money.
Yeah, I cleaned your driveway, and then I cleaned it again for good measure. So you owe me twice. What?
And I went back in time and put the dirt back so I could knock it off the second time.
I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, I don't know. MMOs, like, there's so many MMOs out there, like free-to-play, or even games that are like, oh, we're the new World of Warcraft, and I'm just like, that's not a game that I want to play. Final Fantasy XIV was... Final Fantasy XIV is fun because it has a story, not because it's an MMO.
Well, that's the thing. I think Yoshi P was like, this is a Final Fantasy game before it's a MMO.
Yeah.
Which is why they're pushing to make all of the content playable by, like, single players, except for, like, the 8 and 24-person raids.
Right. Yeah, because you can get, like,
The duties and all
NPC
that.
groups. Yeah.
Yeah. The trust system or whatever.
Yeah.
The thrust system?
Trust.
Yes. Do you get the thrust of the trust system?
I don't.
You
But
should.
I'm interested in getting the thrust of the trust system.
Well, you better not be all sassy, or Ishtola will bend you over her knee.
Yep. That's absolutely true, and a thing that she says in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV. Well, it's like the new Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet.
Yep.
I like Pokemon well enough. It's fine. But for all the technical problems that Scarlet and Violet have, and let's be honest, it has many, it is my favorite Pokemon game because I can sit there and play with other people in the world. And they don't necessarily have any influence on anything I do because they sure the hell don't. But they're there, and that is awesome.
They
And I
have
love
good
it.
ideas in it. It's just there's a level of execution that they didn't hit,
Sure. But it's still my favorite Pokemon game because I can play it with friends.
which is fair.
Yeah. So, I think for an MMO to be like, oh, you can grind for epic loot, I'm like, you're missing the point.
Well, I mean, different strokes for different folks. Some people
guess.
love grinding for endless loot. That's why people play Diablo.
I thought it was because they didn't have cell phones.
Or, what was the other one? The Heroes of whatever?
New Earth?
Is it Heroes
That's
of
a
New Earth?
MOBA. That's
What's
like
the-
a dead MOBA.
Path
What's
of
the-
Exile?
Oh, Path of Exile, that's it. That's the one everyone plays where you get a shit ton of loot, and it never matters.
Destiny?
Borderlands had that same problem.
Well, I mean, Borderlands had a different problem entirely, and I have zero interest in playing anything in that series.
I enjoyed the first game enough to play
I
through
played-
it.
I like the
I
second
played-
one.
I played an hour of the first one, and then I was like, this is not enjoyable, and got
Yeah,
rid of
the
it.
first one kind of sucks, honestly.
Oh. Well, like those people that are like, oh, just keep watching this shitty show. It gets good after, 4 episodes or whatever. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to play the second one when the first one sucks.
Although I will say that if you watch The Orville and you give up before episode 5, then you are missing out.
We just had that conversation.
I know. I'm saying it's not something that I say very often, and I hate it when people are like, "Oh, you gotta watch at least X amount of things before it really starts to get good." I'm like, it should get good from the beginning because that's what's supposed to hook me.
Tell
But-
that to Parks and Rec.
I didn't really watch that show.
It's because season 1 fucking sucked, and then it became amazing for everything after that. It's a great show, highly recommend. It's one of those shows where let's give it another season on a streaming service, and the new season's actually good.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a global phenomenon that we can milk endlessly for all the bucks.
If only.
Like The Office.
Ugh. Never liked cringe comedy. I actually have a really big problem with cringe comedy. It's like, these people are terrible and you should laugh at them. I'm like, but...
No.
No, I don't wanna.
See, I feel like those are different things.
What,
A little
cringe
bit.
Cringe
comedy?
comedy isn't necessarily the people being terrible. That's its own thing. That
Well, it's
Seinfeld
like,
and
well, National
Always
Lampoon
Sunny
is
do.
cringe comedy. Because it's just like, these really horrible, awkward situations continuously happen to the main characters over and over and over again. And empathetically, I just can't laugh at them. It's not funny to me,
Yeah. Well, it's like, Schitt's Creek. Everybody loves Schitt's Creek, right?
oh yeah, that
If
show's
you
got
say
a
so.
lot of awkward
Yeah.
bits in them. I couldn't keep watching it.
I swear to God, I made it through the first season, and then it was just like, okay, second season, let's go. I don't want to laugh at these people. I want to sympathize with them.
See, that's why you gotta watch Always Sunny, because all the characters are so awful you can't sympathize with anyone.
But he just wants to offer you an egg in these trying times.
And then, for whatever reason, is naked inside a couch. I don't really want to know why.
He just needed to be pure.
Look, I don't really want to know why. I want that to stay a mystery in my mind for all time.
Alright, what is your favorite TV show? Of all time.
CharacterSelect.
Favorite TV show?
We're not a TV show.
You are if I put you on my smart TV.
Don't fucking get...
That's tough, because I don't really watch
Don't
TV.
Don't fucking get points.
I don't think you count anime, because it's not really a TV show.
I'll count anime. Anime's fine.
The best current TV show I'm watching is definitely Last of Us.
I've heard good things.
Did you know they made a video game based on the TV show?
Wait, when's it coming out?
7 years
That's the best
ago.
part. It's already out. They got like 3 of them or whatever, and 2 remakes.
They have like 3 remakes of one game.
Yep, I cannot bring myself to care about that series anymore, just for how relentlessly it has been shoved down my throat.
Anti-hype.
Haven't played the second one, but the first one was so good. I didn't actually play that one either. I just watched my wife play it.
Eleni wants to watch me play it. I have it. I have it. I've never played it.
Oh,
well, then there you go.
Apparently. Why am I helping you with the roof? Fuck off.
I don't know, Dave. You tell me. You tell me, Dave.
Yeah, I know I should play it, but...
I guess the TV show that I watched the most of way back in the day was Good Eats.
Huh. Okay.
The cooking show.
Yeah. That's a good show.
That or the original CSI. I used to watch a lot of the original CSI. And then I started hating all of the characters because none of them are likable.
Aw, no love for Grisham? Grissom?
Well,
Whatever his name was.
Grissom was the only likable one, in my opinion. Everyone else was an asshole in their own way. Well, no, who was the guy that was in the DNA lab that eventually became a field agent?
I don't remember.
That they always like made fun of or whatever.
I never cared much for that show. Abby was such a fake goth.
Nope.
Abby? You mean
Abby, right?
NCIS.
Yeah,
that's the other one.
is...
that was another one my ex really liked, so they both kind of blended together in my head.
Law and Order?
NCIS had Mark Harmon, Silver Fox that he is. Blue Bloods, maybe? I don't think it was that.
Get your propaganda
Criminal
out of my
Minds?
face. Are we just listing police shows at this point?
I wouldn't call them police shows, but yeah, my aunt used to watch a shit ton of Criminal Minds. She's one of those people that would, while things are happening in the show or in a movie or whatever, ask what's happening.
Oh no.
It's like, why are they doing that? What happened? Who's doing what? And blah. It's like, fucking just figure it out.
Pay attention.
That's what storytelling's about. They're gonna tell you the answers if you keep watching.
Imagine that.
Imagine a piece of media telling you a story by showing it to you, rather than, like, dumping it in a big exposition dump. Like a musical.
You know what?
Hey.
I figured out what my favorite show is.
What is that?
For real reals. Futurama.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a show I could just put on, like, several seasons in a row at any time and not mind at all.
Yeah, that series was consistently pretty good all the way up until the end.
I feel like that was a show that used humor to examine important things, like important topics, as opposed to The Simpsons, which used important topics to make humor. You know?
Yeah. Or South Park, which does the same thing.
Yeah.
I love
And then
South
all
Park's
of-
also up there for me, like probably right below Futurama.
And then, well, that was more like the first few seasons of that, like SpongeBob. Where the first few seasons of both SpongeBob and South Park were really good, but also like really random and dumb. And then the later seasons where it's like, oh, well, we've got our focus now. We know what we're talking about. We can make it like really slick and, well made. But then it loses some of what made it special in the beginning.
Which was the randomness.
It's funny that you say that, because my favorite seasons of South Park are the more recent ones, and I don't tend to enjoy the, LOL, these kids are so foul-mouthed bits from the early seasons.
Well, because I don't like the whole, we're going to take this current political topic and comment on it. It's just...
See, I do enjoy that.
Well, see, it's a little too, what's the word? On the nose for me.
They're the only ones that can do it that way, because they crank out an episode in like a week and a half.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, from start to
they had
finish.
that whole thing with the Trump versus Obama, or whatever election.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Trump versus Obama, or was it the other one?
It was Trump and Hillary.
Trump and... No. Yeah,
They were
right.
like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah,
convinced
yeah,
that
yeah,
Trump
yeah.
was gonna lose, and were like setting it up for their season arc. And
Well, because
then
they
did
did
it.
sort of like what was it, Nixon did for the Apollo mission, or was it Nixon, Johnson, whichever one was president when Apollo 13 happened, where he had like the speech, condemning the astronauts to die in space, and like, blah 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 blah, they're heroes and whatever. But then he also had the one written for if they survived and came back. So it's kind of like they had the South Park people wrote 2 episodes in case one won, in case Hillary won or in case Trump won. They had an episode ready for either one.
The
pretty sure
episode
that's the
after Trump won was a little weak though.
Well,
like the what do I want to call it here? Like the breadcrumb trail they were leaving was definitely lining up more for one than the other. What are we missing?
this post over here.
There's 2 posts.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Well,
let
you
me get
find
this
the other
gnome
one.
again. The gnome will help me find it.
There we go.
Where's this fucking post?
I don't know.
The fuck? Been around the world and I can't find my post. Oh, there it is.
Down at the bottom there, Dave. There you go. We did
Got
it.
Yay! We've got
Now-
348. Would you stop with the fucking gnome?
Now I get to watch the
Jesus.
video.
You monster. You need to, record your video so I can have Jim throw that in.
Well,
Alright, next time on Character Select, you'll be able to see our wrap-ups, hopefully.
Oh yeah,
we'll
show
see.
me your wrap up, baby.
Are you peeing on the carpet?
Don't ask what I'm doing. I can't explain it.
But thank you very
so
much for watching.
next
Make sure
one
to click that like button down below if you liked it. And
Dave.
what the fuck happened to this house? And all the other houses are fucking pristine.